the translation. Okay, I'm in a place now, still taking baby steps, but I'm in a new earth. And when you pass through the portal, which is light, into a new earth, all is possible. There's nothing that is impossible, in that the rules change. If eternity is what is dictating our existence, and I assure you that it is, then there's no lack, there's no sense of urgency relative to time, because we're playing in a different field. Okay, now we're bringing that energetic principle that is timeless into space-time. That's the translation. That, okay, so here's time, here's this idea of hours and minutes and days and weeks and whatever, and then here's the timeless realm saying, okay. So when I said in the past, okay, you know, in my experience, because I walk with one foot in eternity, it has been as if I've been alive for, I used to say 900 years, but now it's closer probably to 1,000 years, 1,000 years of human time. That's a lot of time. You can get a lot accomplished in 1,000 years. And so if you just are changing your relationship with time, the thing that others would call 1,000 years, you're calling like today. It's without limit. And so miraculous things can occur. It's the same thing like with form, okay? We call space, whatever form. You know, physical form doesn't really have the limits that we might think it has, okay? And I mean, we literally, for example, the one thing that we have mastery over more than anything, because it's closest to home, is our own body, our own vehicle that we're using as a communication device. Once this thing, body and person, are put into service as a communication device for the divine, for eternity, it changes. It no longer serves in a problematic way. It's no longer a way in which one is limited. Okay, so how do you take the limitless realm of eternity? How does that then affect the nature of the body and the person? Because it wants the body and the person to be perfectly of service. It wants it to be absolutely efficient. So it doesn't want the communication device to be a problem that needs medicine, or needs to go to the hospital, or needs whatever. So it literally, I mean, this is what Jesus was talking about when he was able to do hands-on healing on these dodo birds all around him. He knew that he had the power, it wasn't from him, it was from eternity. He knew that that power could heal a body that is just simply lost in this confusion. Say, oh, I'm blind, or oh, I've got a broken back, or whatever. The power that's available to us literally can change what seems to be the limitation of the body. Okay, and I've experienced this many times in my life. Just the brief story of 2 years ago, falling 20 feet out of a tree onto a pile of rocks with a running chainsaw. I mean, it was like, okay, this is impossible. This has to be the end of that body, or this body is going to be very badly broken. It wasn't. How did that miracle happen? And I've had a few experiences in my life where the body should have been destroyed, but it wasn't. Why? The reason is because it was already given to an immense power to be used. Okay, I said when I was 21, I'll do it. I answered the call, I'll do it. So therefore, this energy that says, "Ooh, okay, we got a good one. We got a willing person, body. Let's take care of him, it. Let's bless, let's surround him with this blessing that would keep him intact so that he could serve." Because he said he would. It's amazing. It's literally amazing what is given to us when we say yes. We say, I'll do it. I'll do it. I will be of service to the immensity that is. And out of that willingness comes what appears to be miraculous. It's not really miraculous. Again, the miracle only appears to be miraculous to those that are not yet miracle-minded. Once you become miracle-minded, miracles are the norm. That's what you would expect. Okay, so again, this is what I've been talking about as far as, the law of attraction and all that. If this has to be an inside job, if you attend to what's really going on, if you really attend to your decision to be about a heavenly function serving eternity, that changes the ball game. Okay, a body and a person that are driven by fear or that are driven by anger and hatred, how do you think that body and person is going to be? It's going to have problems. It's going to be, because those are interference patterns. You see interference patterns that are interfering with glory, the glory that wants to use you for its expression. Remember, in Jesus' terms, he says, "Of myself I am nothing. The Father, he doeth the works." It's this immensity that we call the Father. It's not Father. It's not Mother. This whole relationship that we're stepping into collectively, this is an energetic, we got to break down these, words. It's kind of funny that in politics, they're starting to really wrestle with words like limitations, man, woman, child, whatever. It's like, okay, it's, people appear cuckoo, but literally they're trying to bring something that's bigger than life into life. How do we translate this power into our human existence? It's understandable that there would be lots of confusion, lots of goofy things going on. But the call is for us to bypass all of that goofiness, all of that magical thinking. Okay? It's like we don't want to make the miracle, for example, special, like, oh, wow, Louis fell out of a tree and nothing happened. He should have broken, he should be dead. Wow, something special about Louis. No, no. You make it special and you push it away. You make it distant, you make it like, oh, it's only for special people. No, it's for everybody. That's the whole point. This power is available for all of us. Okay, I think it's kind of cute that I was in this incarnation born given a name Louis Bourgeois, king of the ordinary. Okay, this is for ordinary humans. Any human can receive and wield this power. This is no longer about individual avatars. Ooh, let's worship the avatar. Totally incorrecto. Anybody that pretends to have inside information or personal access to power that's not available to everybody, they're lying. You know, they're abusing their relationship with reality. This is what the extraordinary needs to be ordinary. Okay, and when we are existing in this realm, not only has the extraordinary become ordinary, but we as masters see in the ordinary, we see the extraordinary, that everything becomes extraordinary. Every breath we take, every step we make, it's like the existence itself in this exalted realm is amazing. And this is where we get to be filled with so much bliss, so much joy, so much enthusiasm. It's an unstoppable force. Okay, and this is again what evolution promises us. Okay, evolution is an unstoppable force. The unmanifested is an unstoppable force. God is an unstoppable force. Abraham, by whatever name, the Tao is an unstoppable force. Okay, so those of us that open to this unstoppable force, it's like there's no worry. There's no like, oh, maybe this isn't going to work. Maybe a new earth is really just this illusion, this dream, whatever. No, it's real because it already exists. So this is again how we have the ability as masters to collapse time. I was maybe going to title today's talk, The End of Time, in the sense of the end of time as a sense of limitation. Okay, the great confusion in the world always has an element of time in it. Okay. The rational mind cannot fully embrace eternity, but eternity is actually what is real. The space-time world is a little fractal of the whole. Doesn't mean that it's not real, but it has a limitation. It's like if you take a cup of water out of the ocean, well, the cup of water is just a little cup of water, but it actually was and will be again part of this immensity, this ocean. Okay, and you've heard all the metaphors about, all of us are little, drops in the ocean and all of that, but we are actually the ocean also. Okay, very key that we learn to embrace the immensity of what's real. That's the translation. We want to be thinking in big terms, glory, grandeur. These are the things that Jesus knew, that any master knew, and now all of us are called to step into the same level of mastery, to know what is real, and then we can easily birth it. We can easily translate our world into heaven. This is what we are called to do. Thank you for the opportunity to remind all of us each day. I mean, each of us are called to do this kind of a thing, whether you write it, whether you paint it, whether you make music, however you do it with your creativity. Your call is to show evidence daily of this glory, of this grandeur. I mean, simply your life is meant to be evidence of that. That's all. There's no special form it takes. You don't have to be a speaker, writer, painter, whatever. It could just be the way you hug your grandchildren. But we know why we're doing what we're doing. It has a very big, very glorious reason, purpose behind it. Okay, so again, our lives become so holy. Our daily experience becomes so holy, it becomes majestic. It becomes like literally, there's nothing greater that could ever be. Your day today. There's literally nothing greater that could ever be. Your moment by moment opportunity to live and breathe and serve majesty. Okay, that's enough for today. See you again today.